guys, we are going to discuss today a very important topic, that is why most developers quit on Roblox, or why their game won't get through the initial process. So probably the first reason is, and the most biggest reason why this happens that I noticed, is that Roblox developers, many Roblox starting developers, they pick some big passion project, some giant thing they want to develop as a first thing, and they do not even know how to develop properly. Imagine if NASA would first send a rocket to Neptune or to Venus and not to Moon first. That wouldn't make any sense, so you need to go step by step. Of course, I'm not saying you cannot try to do some game first, but just be aware that the first games that you will do will probably be just learning process. And really, I advise you, do not start some big passion project as the first thing, because even if it would go pretty well, one big problem can be that as when you get like more better in, for example, in scripting or building, you would hate the already made progress in the game after that, because of course when you are doing something first time, then it won't be very good. So you would just have to remake it, and that would take you lots of time too. Second big reason is that some people say that they just do not have enough time to develop. They say they have school, or they do volleyball 2 times a week, so they cannot develop. Bro, it's up to you if you have these excuses, but probably all people watching this are going to school and they still develop, or basically all developers, well, not all, but most of developers on Roblox go to school and they still develop. And a lot of them, and I too, have sports, and I have also multiple sports, and a lot of developers also should have multiple sports. So that's not excuse. And also look how you spend your time if you are scrolling on TikTok non-stop or not. Third reason, and we will get higher we get, the more it can get. Third reason, a big reason, is that, and it is similar to the time that people are just not trying enough. Maybe they sit in a studio 10 hours a day, but the problem is they are not effective in the studio. If you build 2 parts in a studio during 10 hours, that's a waste of time. You need to also spend a good amount of time in the studio if you want to finish some game, but also you have to be effective in the studio, because if you do something 2 times as quick, then you do two times of the work. And most things that we do, you can it is very, very easy to do something like 2 times faster. Almost everything. Imagine you are taking off dishes from dishwasher. That it's pretty easy to do it like in 2x speed, and that's the same with developing. And you can also, it's pretty easy to slow down 1/4 of the speed when you are loading off the dishwasher. So just go in the higher speed, that's a higher efficiency in the develop, and put a good amount of hours as most as possible. The fourth reason is picking wrong genre. For example, you pick some genre that has lots of games already in it, so there is big concurrency. Or you just pick some genre, or even worse, you pick a genre that has lots of games in it, but also has a low revenue average on it. And that's a mistake that I did, basically. So this is First Republic history. Is advertising on one of my games that actually earns a good amount of Robux per day. And so I did military roleplay passion projects for 3 or 4 years. I spent inside of it, and I'm still working on it, but don't get me wrong, I'm not working on it non-stop. It's like passion right now. But if you want to like earn Robux and get a lot of players, probably that's not the way. Also, some cafe Roblox game, that's probably still not the way. I don't know anyone who owns it, but I assume people are not earning from it very much. Or any other game that has a low revenue and also has lots of games already, that is probably not a good pick for you. So learn from my lesson and do not spend 3 years on some game that doesn't have a big chance of success. Of course, you will learn after some time if there is some chance for success, but be aware of that this can happen. I'm not saying that with this thing I'm still working on it a little bit, and also some developers of mine are working on it, but it needs a lot of remaking. I would actually want to get some decent income from this game right here. And fifth reason, and that's probably the second biggest reason, and almost no one is talking about it. First, the biggest reason was the biggest project, that you start with a very big project, but that you are not experienced, that you don't have experience to make the game. But probably the second biggest is that you actually give up before you will hit the gold. So there is actually this metaphor, I don't know how to say it in English, hopefully that's the word, and that is that there are guys digging a hole and one team stops 1 feet before the gold and the second one digs one more feet and they actually hit the gold. So the worst thing to do is to quit. You do not fail until you quit. You never fail if you do not quit. So never quit. Trump said it too, actually, and he's a billionaire. Whatever his political views, who cares, but he's rich. So never quit. Not rich, but successful. That's what I wanted to say. And I too, this game right here that I'm standing on, I had 1000 outfits and still the game pretty much was breaking even, and I was thinking if there is a point in doing it. Some month I earned 1000 Robux, then I lost 2000, then I earned 3000, and I was thinking what's the point? And that's the lizard brain speaking. You cannot listen to it. You need to keep on pushing. Of course, if you have a game that should hit the success, a good genre, and of course all the other reasons, points that you work on it, so you can work on it, put enough time into it, enough efficiency, not giant thing as a first project. And now the last thing, and that is giving up before the game actually starts.